Preah Sihanouk, or Kampong Som, is a coastal province located 246 kilometers to the southwest of Phnom Penh. It was once a peaceful place where Cambodians sought refuge from the busy life in the city. The location was associated with images of sunbathing on beaches and relaxation before the sky, contrasting with the sea. This place started changing after Chinese investors arrived and put into operation their development projects. The place became a utopia for Cambodians seeking new income and a better quality of life. But Sihanoukville, or Preah Sihanouk, is now abandoned, and the previously imagined city plan has also been abandoned. Loud noises from construction sites and the smell of pollution released from trucks are now gone. A once dusty city has been frozen in time. It's now no different from a lifeless model. So just what has happened to this place? From now on, this city will only amount to nothing more than an unfinished Chinese vision. And the Cambodian dream may be destroyed, along with the future of a city with no sense of direction, but which remains in the hands of foreigners. Sihanoukville, at the edge of the Gulf of Thailand. There are only a few coastal provinces in southwest Cambodia. In the establishment of long-distance trade connections with other countries, without having to depend on the borders of neighbors, Sihanoukville and Gulf have long since appeared to be able to fill the role. Over many years, these two golden locations have been attracting the commercial reach of the Chinese dragon. What follows from here onwards is the network of logistics that will connect the trans-ASEAN region with mainland China. Our Spirit of Asia team is traveling the route into Sihanoukville. We leave Phnom Penh on a train trip that only runs once a day, departing the platform at 7 a.m. The train speed may not be rapid enough for those who seek out fast traveling, but the slow pace allows us to remember happy times of relaxation shared among fellow travelers. We speak to a group of close friends who tell us about the undeniable charms of this destination where people go on holiday to bathe in the sun and the water. At the seaside town, these friends will get to order a seafood meal. Cambodia's Southern Railway from Phnom Penh to Dachau to Kampot was constructed after the Second World War. In the times that followed, the construction came to a pause for many years due to civil war. Construction has now resumed, with an extension to Sihanoukville. The single-track railway is 1 meter wide and stretches a total distance of 264 meters. The railway is an important connection in the logistics network that delivers merchandise to the deepwater port in Sihanoukville, without having to depend on ports located in neighboring countries like in the past. The next project is the construction of the Eastern Railway from Phnom Penh to Ho Chi Minh. This railway will become part of the transportation network interconnecting with the rest of the region.
ตรงนี้เป็นสัญลักษณ์ของจังหวัดเปรียซีฮานุเราจะมีสิงโตนะครับเป็นให้ประชาชนกัมพูชารู้ว่าอันนี้เป็นเมืองเปรียซีฮานุครับอย่างนั้นเมืองนี้ถ้าเราเปรียบเทียบ4 ปีเมื่อก่อนต่างกันเยอะมากมาย4 ปีเมื่อก่อนถนนเส้นทางเลอะเทอะมากมายเพราะว่าเป็นช่วงจีนมาลงทุนในการก่อสร้างโรงแรมร้านอาหารคาสิโนทำให้ถนนเนี่ยขับลัดที่ไปลัดที่เนี่ยมีแต่น้ำไหลผ่านมาเรามาวันนี้ทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างเปลี่ยนแปลงหมดเลยโรงแรมก็สร้างเสร็จบางส่วน
According to a metaphor we once presented, these two lions have been surrounded by high-rise buildings, which are preventing them from escaping. Sihanoukville is a land of opportunity that remains unfinished, and the socio-economic gap of inequality between the original residents and the new settlers continues to grow wider. Modern structures, growing businesses, and public utilities continue to accommodate a fast-moving development to the point where it seems that life can be made to shift between rich or poor, all within brief moments. The sites of livelihood once occupied by the locals have been replaced by new projects, causing many jobs to disappear. In early 2016, the new Chinese settlers arrived to set up businesses in the special economic zone. The locals had to move out to the suburbs. These locals were then hired by Chinese businesses that were in need of more workers. Liang is an assistant to the owner of a Chinese casino in Sihanoukville. He tells us about the process of development that has brought about the changes to his life, to the point where this place now seems like his second home.
ពេលដែលយើងមកពី2013មានការរីកចម្រើនរហូតដល់ការរីកចម្រើនហ្នឹងអារម្មណ៍របស់យើងមានថាសប្បាយរីករាយអំពីការសេដ្ឋកិច្ចរីកចម្រើននៅខេត្តព្រះសីហនុទេបាទសប្បាយព្រោះអីកាលពីមុនខ្មែរយើងក៏អត់ទាន់មានការងារច្រើនហើយក៏បានប្រាក់ខែថ្លៃទេដល់ពេលចិនក៏ចូលមកគាត់និយាយរួមទៅគាត់ធ្វើឲ្យទីក្រុងនេះផ្លាស់ប្ដូរซึ่งតានិយាយរួមគឺ 90% គឺធ្វើឲ្យទីក្រុងនេះខ្មែរយើងមានការងារចូលច្រើនធ្វើប្រាក់ខែបានថ្លៃហើយវាលក្ខណៈថាគឺជួយលើកតម្កើងខ្មែរច្រើនឲ្យមានការងារច្រើនចឹងចិនមកចង់វិនិយោគទុននៅខេត្តព្រះសីហនុនោះពីច្រើនក៏មកធ្វើឲ្យខ្លះក្នុងវិស័យខ្លះនៅនេះពេលច្រើនគឺគាត់បើកវិនិយោគហូតែលកាស៊ីណូរេស្តូរ៉ង់យើងគឺមានបែបយ៉ាងគ្រប់បែបយ៉ាងគេតងខាងវិស័យខាងវិស័យមានទាំងទេសចរដើម្បីគេតតងភ្ញៀវចិនមកពីស្រុកចិនមកដើម្បីគឺនិយាយរួមគឺទូទាំងទាំងអស់ហ្មងវាចូល 80% ដែរបងបើសិនជាគុំកូវីដចូលមកហើយវាធ្វើឲ្យលក្ខណៈថាគេហៅថាអ្នកដែលជនអនាថាគាត់មានការងារមានអីគឺខុសផ្លេចច្រើនហ្មងគឺឲ្យមានជនអនាថាញញ៉ៃអត់មានទៀតទេ
The Chinese haven't acquired full ownership of Cambodian land due to Article 44 of the Constitution, which prevents foreigners from owning land in Cambodia. According to Cambodia's investment law, there was a period in 1994 in which investors could use and develop the land and even sign a 99-year rental contract. And yet the benefits acquired over such a long period of time would result in great changes to Sihanoukville society, to the point where a certain sense of ownership would come to belong to a foreign majority. លក្ខណៈថាគេមានតេតងមួយមេធាវីគេតេតងមួយរដ្ឋបាលខាងខ្មែរយើងដើម្បីតេតងដើម្បីថាទៅធ្វើម៉េចពួកគាត់អាចវិនិយោគបានទៅសាងសង់បានហើយត្រូវម្ចាស់ដីត្រូវជួលមួយគាត់អីមិនគេត្រូវមានកិច្ចសន្យាអីទាំងអស់ឡើងจากคนจีนเขามาลงทุนเขาจะมีทั้งฝ่ายกัมพูชาทั้งฝ่ายเขมรที่ลงทุนด้วยกันเพราะว่าฝ่ายเขมรบางทีเขาจะมีที่ดินของตัวเองอยู่ที่นี่แต่ไม่มีเงินการก่อสร้างเดี๋ยวเราก็มาลงทุนกับคนจีนแล้วก็มีนายความทั้ง2ฝ่ายเพื่อทำให้กฎทุกต้นตามกฎหมายเราต้องวางไม่ให้อะไรเกิดขึ้นในอนาคตครับ Chinese signs on shops, hotels, accommodations, and entertainment venues are announcements in and of themselves as to which target markets are the heaviest spenders. And regarding the distribution of income, the sign also tells us whose pockets will receive a much greater portion of the money. Chinese investments have resulted in large-scale projects covering every area in the heart of the city. In the eyes of the locals, the place has been transformed into something that looks very strange. It may even cross their minds that this place may have become Cambodia's second capital city. But before any further development, a wave of conservation efforts has entered. Some zones are being protected so that the traditional ways of life continue to be preserved for local benefit.
នៅកន្លែងនេះគឺគេហៅកន្ទុយនេះឆ្នេរសខាកាលមុនកន្លែងនេះអត់ទាន់មានទេគឺកន្លែងនេះគឺទឹកសមុទ្រសុទ្ធដល់ទៅលើភ្នំកណ្ដុរបន្ទាប់មកគេហៅនេះកន្ទុយនេះមានកន្ទុយនេះនៅកន្លែងនេះមួយហើយកាក្បាលនេះសខានៅកន្លែងមួយហើយកន្លែងនេះកាលមុនតាមនេះក៏អត់ទាន់មានទេតែឥឡូវគេអភិវឌ្ឍមកគេធ្វើផ្លូវធ្វើអីមកបានគេចាប់ដើមមានឆ្នេរមានកន្លែងដើម្បីខ្មែរយើងមកទស្សនាមកលេងកន្លែងនេះច្រើន ធ្វើនៅឆ្នាំណាដែរពេលចិនចូលមកឆ្នាំនេះបងធ្វើនៅឆ្នាំហ្នឹងធ្វើនៅឆ្នាំនេះហើយប្រហែលខែ2ខែ3 ចឹងយើងគិតកន្លែងនេះមានបរទេសក៏ដើរមកលេងមកកំសាន្តដែរបាទបាទមានតាមនេះមានខ្លះៗតែវាដូចនៅខាងឆ្នេរអូជាទៀលអូឈូឆ្នេរអូជាទៀលគឺលក្ខណៈថាមានភ្ញៀវបរទេសដូចចិនដូចបារាំងដូចអីគឺភ្ញៀវមកពីឆ្ងាយៗដូចខ្មែរយើងក៏ដោយមកពីភ្នំពេញអីគឺគេចូលចិត្តទៅកន្លែងនេះនេះសម្រាប់អ្នកនៅនេះគឺសម្រាប់អ្នកនៅក្នុងសេត
Jantia, who is age 19, sells grilled seafood at Soka Beach. She's from Grong Suong District in Tabong Kamung Province. A few years ago, she moved here with her family. ហើយបានក្មួយមកលក់ដូរនៅខេត្តព្រះសីហនុនេះមូលហេតុអីមូលហេតុមកពីអត់មានមុខរបរនៅខេត្តនោះអញ្ចឹងទៅយើងមករួមមុខរបរអីផ្សេងនឹងខាងហ្នឹងព្រោះអីនៅហ្នឹងកន្លែងគេទេសចរច្រើនអញ្ចឹងទៅមានមនុស្សមានអីជាងខាងខេត្តនោះពូហើយយើងគិតថាថ្ងៃណាដែលមានអ្នកទេសចរច្រើនបំផុតទាំងខ្មែររបស់ប្រទេសមកថ្ងៃពីច្រើនថ្ងៃបុណ្យហើយថ្ងៃធម្មតាថ្ងៃសៅរ៍ថ្ងៃអាទិត្យមានអ្នកទេសចរច្រើនបើថ្ងៃបុណ្យនៅហ្នឹងភ្ញៀវច្រើនណាព្រោះអីនឹងទេសចរកន្លែងកំសាន្តគេស្អាតជាងឆ្នេរផ្សេងៗចឹងមួយថ្ងៃយើងលក់បានប្រមាណដែរហើយចំណេញប្រមាណដែរមួយថ្ងៃខ្លះដែលអត់ស្ទើរដាច់ប្រហែលទៅយើងបានត្រឹម40ម៉ឺនអីចំណេញបាន10ម៉ឺន20ម៉ឺនអីតែថ្ងៃខ្លះដាច់ខ្លាំងយើងបានត្រឹមដល់80ម៉ឺនជាងអីពូ ហ្នឹងមួយគ្នាតែចាណ៎ណែហើមួយឲ្យគាត់ថតវិធីការរើបានល្អលក់ដាច់ធ្វើវាមែនការលក់ដូរបាយហ្នឹងអ្នកដែលមកទិញហ្នឹងខ្មែរឬក៏បរទេសភាគច្រើនមកណាគេច្រើនខ្មែរគ្នាឯងពូបើបរទេសមានភាគច្រើនមានតែចិនគាត់មកហូបមកបន្តិចបន្តួចហ្នឹងចិនយើងមុនកូវីដហើយឬកណ្ដាលកូវីដឥឡូវកូវីដរៀងស្ងាត់ហើយចាចិនឥឡូវនៅច្រើនហ្នឹងខែកំពង់សោមយើងខែប្រសិទ្ធដូចឥឡូវដូចអត់សូវជាមានចិនហ្មងដែរបងមូលហេតុថាមានចិនមួយហ្នឹងអត់សូវដឹងមូលហេតុដែរតែវាច្រើនអ្នកដើរទេសចរហ្នឹងវាច្រើនខ្មែរច្រើនជាងចឹងពេលដែលចិនមកទិញមួយនិយាយមួយចិនមិនបានស្ដាប់គ្នាបានធ្វើកាយវិការដែរចាចិនខ្លះអត់ចេះចិនទេចិនខ្លះគេរៀងយល់ដែរយើងធ្វើកាយវិការទៅគេរៀងយល់ដែរតែមួយខែនេះមួយខែមុនចិនថយអត់ឃើញចិនទេអត់សូវឃើញមកណាព្រោះប្រហែលខែហ្នឹងមូលហេតុអត់ឃើញចិនអត់សូវដឹងមូលហេតុដែរតែវាច្រើនខ្មែរមកច្រើនជាងដើរលេងហ្នឹង Each day, Jantia starts shopping at 10 a.m. for squid, prawns, and shellfish so that she can prepare them to serve for evening meals. Salar Market is her regular grocery place. She then gets ready to open for business at 4 p.m. Her hours of operation are quite unpredictable. Sometimes she sells until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Fishing remains a traditional profession that we still see. Sea resources continue to be in demand, regardless of how much the place has changed. The cost of living here has increased year after year, with the rate of increase corresponding to the prices of the land. The yuan has a higher negotiating power, even though it's not the country's main currency. Locals struggle more and more in their ability to spend due to the cost of living, which doesn't correspond to their current income. The situation gets even worse when the Chinese businesses go through a rough patch and there is less employment. Many people suffered loss of income, aside from the fact that their zones of livelihood have already been sold off. Everyone in the city is waiting for everything to be restored.
ចំពោះលៀងអាយចំពោះអ្នករស់នៅខេត្តព្រះសីហនុហ្នឹងពេលដែលយើងឃើញកាស៊ីណូឃើញកន្លែងស្នាក់នៅអផាតមិនអីផ្សេងខុនដូធ្វើបន្តហើយមានអារម្មណ៍ថាយ៉ាងម៉េចដែរនិយាយរួមទៅមានអារម្មណ៍អសោកស្ដាយដែរគឺចង់ឲ្យពួកគាត់មកអភិវឌ្ឍដើម្បីឲ្យគុនខ្មែរមានការងារធ្វើច្រើនមកវិញអញ្ចឹងដើម្បីឲ្យគុំឲ្យពួកគាត់ចំណាក់ស្រុកទៅនិយាយរួមទៅប្រទេសជិតខាងឬក៏ទៅឆ្ងាយអញ្ចឹងបញ្ហាមកពីកូវីដពេលកូវីដទៅពួកគាត់ចំណាក់ស្រុកពីស្រុកខ្មែរហ្នឹងទៅស្រុកចិនវិញហើយពេលខ្លះក្រុមហ៊ុនខ្លះក៏កូវីដកើតឡើងមកក៏លក្ខណៈថាវាខ្សែធនក្រុមហ៊ុនអញ្ចឹងហើយបានក្រុមហ៊ុនខ្លះនេះដែលវិនិយោគខ្លះក៏ទៅវិញទៅក៏អត់ឃើញត្រឡប់មកវិញអញ្ចឹងมันវានៅត្រឹងថតរសារអីគេទុកសិនព្រោះអីនិយាយរួមទៅយើងអត់ដឹងថាគេទុកសិនឬក៏គេចាំឲ្យមើលសេដ្ឋកិច្ចវាឡើងវិញកូវីដវាស្ងប់ស្ងាត់ឡើងវិញគេអាចសាងសង់វិញក៏មានប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវមានខ្លះគឺគេសាងសង់មកវិញអញ្ចឹងយ៉ាងរដ្ឋបាលក៏តាមหาคนที่ทำผิดกฎหมายในของคนจีนอยู่ในเมืองประสิทธินุคนไหนผิดกฎหมายก็ให้เขายุดในการทำพิธีการขายออนไลน์ครับอันนี้เป็นนโยบายของท่านสมเด็จเด็กโจฮุนแซนได้ประกาศมาแล้วไม่ว่าที่นี้ครับเกมออนไลน์ผิดกฎหมายทั่วประเทศกัมพูชาทั้งจังหวัดบันติเมนเจเมืองปอยแปดจังหวัดสวายเรียงบาวัดตรงไหนอะไรก็แล้วแต่กรุงพนมเปญก็เหมือนกันถ้าเกมออนไลน์ผิดกฎหมายรัฐบาลประกาศให้ปิดเลยเหมือนเช่นตอนนี้คนจีนที่ผิดกฎหมายโดยกระทรวงมหาดไทยจับเขาไปบางคนก็กลับบ้านบางคนก็ผักพรไปบางคนก็หยุดในการทำธุรกิจแล้วก็ไปย้ายอยู่เมืองอื่นแต่ถามว่าทีนี้การประทบเศรษฐกิจหนักไหมก็ไม่หนักเท่าไหร่
We arrive in the suburbs away from central Sihanoukville. Sita tells us that this is the Chinatown site. Images of red lanterns and dragon designs will appear in the near future. พื้นที่นี้นะครับเราก็จะมีทั้งสองแบบนะครับในการอยู่จังหวัดประสิทธินุนี้ครับก็จะมีของชาวบ้าน1ส่วนแล้วก็1ส่วนเป็นของรัฐบาลในการดูแลเหมือนเช่นก่อนจะถึงมาที่นี้เราจะมีภูเขามีอะไรเนี่ยเป็นที่ดินของรัฐบาลอยู่นะครับอย่างนั้นการเปิดไชน่าทาวน์เนี่ย1คือเหมือนที่คนมาลงทุนแล้วก็กับคนที่นี้แล้วก็ซื้อจากชาวบ้านบางทีเราก็แบบว่ารัฐบาลสนับสนุนหลายอย่างเพื่อดึงลงทุนต่างชาติมาอาศัยอยู่และทำให้เมืองนี้มีความเจริญขึ้นมาได้โดยการลงทุนจากจีนครับเพราะว่าการสร้างไชน่าทาวน์เนี่ยก็เหมือนว่าประเทศเพื่อนบ้านของกัมพูชาก็มีไชน่าทาวน์แล้วแต่กัมพูชายังไม่มีใช่ไหมครับอย่างนั้นก็อยากให้จีนเนี่ยมาอยู่และทำให้เศรษฐกิจที่นี้มีอะไรได้มาจากการลงทุนของคนจีนในบริเวณแถวนี้ครับ Our team travels back to Phnom Penh by way of the route that has been developed into Cambodia's first special expressway. What would have normally been 6 hours of travel has been reduced to 3 hours, covering a distance of 187 kilometers. Chinese funding supported the building of this route, adding to the transportation networks covering both land and sea. ทางด่วนนี้นะครับเป็นบริษัทการลงทุนของคนจีนนะครับอย่างนั้นสร้างกันมาในคศ 2019 นะครับเวลาสร้างพอดีในช่วงเวลาโควิดเกิดขึ้นในประเทศกัมพูชาแล้วก็ทั่วโลกครับแล้วก็สร้างจบในคศ 2020 ครับแล้วก็เปิดให้คนจะขับรถผ่านได้นะครับในเดือนตุลาวันที่1นะครับระยะเวลา1 เดือนแล้วก็ไม่ต้องเสียค่าจ่ายครับ
อย่างนั้นเดือนพฤศจิกาค่าเดินทางในถนนเส้นนี้เราจะมีทางขึ้นทางลงหลายเซนอยู่ครับราคาอยู่ครับเขาเกินเรื่องเป็น1กิโลวัตต์เท่าไหร่ครับถ้าเป็นรถส่วนตัวครอบครัวรถที่นั่ง7ที่นั่งลงมานะครับเราเรียกว่าเป็นชนิด A ครับ A ก็เป็นรถเล็กนะครับอย่างนั้นราคา1กิโล 0.08 นะครับดอลลาร์ครับ 0.08 นะครับแล้วก็8ที่นั่งขึ้นไปถึง19ที่นั่งครับเราเรียกว่าชนิด B นะครับก็1กิโลค่าคิดอยู่ครับ 0.16 นะครับคิดเป็นดอลลาร์อยู่นะครับ20ไปถึง26ที่นั่งครับ1กิโล 0.24 แล้วก็รถบรรทุกเราจะมีน้ำหนักประมาณ10ตันไปถึง20ตันครับราคา1กิโล 0.32 เซนต์นะครับเป็นดอลลาร์นะครับแล้วก็20ตันขึ้นไป1กิโลนะครับ 0.42 เซนต์นะครับ
We strongly believe that Sihanoukville will soon return to being a beautiful gem to the east of the Gulf of Thailand. The return of Chinese investment operations will turn this town into a caravan of the new millennium, interlinking land, sea, and air routes into one and the same economic belt.
จากประเซียนุเนี่ยเราจะผ่านลงไปที่จังหวัดเกาะกงนะครับเราจะมีป้ายบอกว่านี่56กิโลไปข้างหน้ากอมปงเซลาก็เป็นทางลงได้เลยครับเราไปลงที่สไตรอัมเบอร์เป็นอำเภอหนึ่งของจังหวัดเกาะกงอย่างนั้นคนไปจังหวัดอื่นๆนะครับสามารถจะเดินทางไฮเวย์นี้ได้เลยไปเกาะกงอำเภอสไตรอัมเบอร์เราไปลงที่กอมปงสปือนะครับก็จะมีที่ให้ลงอยู่ครับพนักงานเป็นบริษัทจีนครับอย่างไรก็คนดูแลในการปรับปรุงถนนเส้นทางการดีไซน์อะไรทั้งสิ้นก็ต้องเป็นพนักงานเป็นคนจีนครับเราจะมีทั้งคนจีนเป็นผู้ใหญ่ดูแลไปแล้วจะมีพนักงานเป็นคนกัมพูชาหลายคนนะครับ
Chinese investment is an important component that will position this town in a way that is commercially viable. However, in order to be sustainable, it's absolutely necessary to oversee local livelihoods and to narrow down the economic gap between those who are living and working alongside each other. Both locals and new settlers play key roles in driving forward the socio-economic climate of this town. If the small things are overlooked, the lack of attention to detail may bring about a standstill and the final downfall of entire mega projects.